Hi there, it's Fiona the Body Whisperer coming to you with What's Next. So I'm asking you, what's next for you? Last week I was chatting merrily away, blah, 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 getting high as a kite, doing what I normally do. So happy with myself and so confident. I was just kind of unaware of how brightly and how radiant I was shining out. And within a very few minutes, somebody had contacted me and was saying, could you please reconnect me and give me a very personal experience of my higher self, of my soul? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'd love to do that. But there's one thing I know. You cannot connect with your spiritual self unless a lot of ground has been cleared. You really need to be able to feel safe to step out of the way. What I mean by that is safe to step out of the mental perspective, the limiting beliefs, all those kind of things, and step out of the way of having that particular outlook on life. So what I mean is, are you ready to step out of the way so that you can bring in your higher self? You can get ultimately reconnected, like one great big happy family, your mind, your body and your spirit. And on every level, you are equal. There's an equality of how much time you spend in your mind, how much time you spend in your body, feeling your way forwards. I like this, I don't like that. And spiritually, just seeing all the kind of things that are available for you and what's going to be coming next. So hence my question every single week. What's next for you? What are you currently creating? I'm Fiona Robertson and I support women, mostly women, to get to the root of their physical symptoms, whatever's going on in their body, and the physical symptoms, the physical consequences of what we've been thinking and what we've been feeling, and some of the stuff that's just been going round and round and round and round, and that begins to have a physical consequence on us. A lot of people put on weight as a buffer to kind of protect themselves and those kind of things. So those are the things that I deal with. Ultimately, I am an expert in nutrition, and I don't just mean vitamins and minerals. I mean in the missing nutrients, some of the things that you've been missing. For example, what does real love feel like? What does having fun feel like? What is so thrilling to you that makes you feel so alive that you couldn't pay me enough money to go and sit in a boring conference that I have no need and no want, God, no desire at all to go and do that. My whole body just tells me, oh my God, that's boring. It's absolutely not what I want to do. I'm dealing with the missing nutrients of what makes you feel absolutely alive and the physical consequences of that on the body. Now, when somebody asks me if they can reconnect with their higher self, there's nobody happier than me. Now, you can go to any shaman, and that shaman can say, oh, I can reconnect you to your totem animal. I can go down into the undergrowth and the underworld, and I can bring out with you, help you bring out your totem animal. Well, that's great. Been there, you know, so what use is it if you turn around to somebody and say, oh, I'm a Black Panther? Well, okay. Or I'm a frog, or I'm a butterfly, or whatever. Or the fact that you could say my astrological sign is Taurus with a rising sign Libra, blah, blah, blah. What use is any of that to you unless you know how to use it, work it, listen to it, and take the guidance that's there for you? So going on a shamanic journey might be exciting, find out who you are and what you do, but what do you do with that information? It took me a long time to understand what my totem animal was there for and what she was trying to show me. And this is why I'm helping women, men, ladies, children, my kids even, understand who they are on the inside, the connection to their higher self, so they can begin to understand that's the messages, those are the messages coming through to me. This is what I want to do in the next phase of my life. Now, isn't that more exciting than somebody telling you you're human design, you're a generator? Wow, okay. You're a manifester. Yeah, okay, but only 12% of the population are manifestors. Oh, right, okay. What do I do with that information? The whole journey that I want you to be able to go on is to understand who you are, who your higher self is, why she's with you, what her purpose is, who you came here to be. Unfortunately, an awful lot of us get very lost in this kind of heavy, dense world, and we take to food and we take to alcohol and we reach for happy pills and we reach for like the alcohol and the cigarettes and the over shopping and the overworking. But it's really, these are all the beautiful, beautiful messages from the soul to kind of say, let's clear that up and let's clear out all those physical consequences. Let's get behind the backgrounds. Let's really understand why they're there, why I've shown those to you, why I've made you gain weight or have sciatica or ovarian cysts or have that relationship. What is really reflecting back to you here? All of these things are just reflecting back to you. The reason I'm here is to help you understand as a body whisperer what's going on in your body, what's going on in your vicinity, what are you picking up, what are you owning, what are you taking personally, that really you don't need to be doing that much. So it's not that you need to go and find out what your totem animal is. That's great. I mean, if that's what you want, I can do that with you. But I would far rather you knew exactly how your spirit was communicating with you, what she was asking you, what she was kind of saying, come on, let's just go and live this absolutely fantastic, beautiful life that we're in. I'm here to have every single experience and help you have every single experience that you could possibly dream of. I want to tell you a little story about when I had sciatica and where that came from. So I got sciatica and I was very conscious of the fact that, I mean, some mornings I couldn't even lift my head off the pillow. I used to have to use my hair, pull my hair to pull my head up because I was in so much pain physically. And I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was I was in pain. I went to osteopaths, kinesiologists, you name it. I've been there, I've done it, to try and sort out what was going into my neck and shoulders and then down my spine, sciatica. I could hardly move. Then I was asking, like, what is this? What's going on? Why can't I clear it? I mean, for 6 months, 9 months, I was in severe pain in and out. And it would always get better, or always get worse, I should say. When I was becoming in close proximity of my ex coming along to sort of take care of my kids for a while. Now, probably you maybe know about Louise Hay, and you've looked up her book for physical symptoms, the manifesting symptoms of the metaphysical. So I looked up sciatica. Well, okay, what did I see there? Hypercritical and fear of the future. Okay, well, that resonated with me. I was very, very scared of my future. I was kind of like, well, I'm single. I have these 2 little boys to look after. Financially, things are not so great. And I'm hypercritical of my ex. He's not supporting me. No money's coming in. But I didn't really like looking at those particular aspects of what was going on the metaphysical. But I did get the message. I got the message. I'm repeating this story. The only one who's going to change is me. So I had to, very difficult this was to do, start telling a new story. Start telling a different story about our past. Start telling a different story about our future. And start telling a different story in particular towards my ex. I was being hypercritical. He wasn't supporting me. Little did I know that this was karma and this was kind of all from previous things that had gone on, and it was his gift to me to show me how strong I could be and how I could raise these 2 boys and find the money and change things around. That was the gift. There's always a gift in everything. There's a gift in your physical symptoms. There's a gift in mental overthinking. There's a gift when you see it reflected back at you. So I rewrote the story, and you know what? My sciatica disappeared within a week, 2 weeks max. But then I never really thought much about it. I thought, oh, thank goodness it's gone. About a year later, a girl I was with, walking, she said, let's go for a walk. Okay, fine. And she says, I don't really know why you're in France and you're on your own with these 2 boys. And, you know, what's the story there? So I started telling the story. That afternoon, I got sciatica back again. I was like, holy crap. How do I deal with this? What did I do last time? I osteopathy? No, I don't remember that. That didn't work. Kinesiology? No, that didn't work. What did I do that worked? I asked my body, because I was able to tune into my body, just give me a yes or a no. Is it because I told that story again? Woof. Yes, she said. You've been telling that story again. That afternoon, I rewrote that story again, massively got into the feeling of where I wanted to be instead, how I wanted the relationship with my ex to be, how I wanted my future to be. By the evening, my sciatica had disappeared. I was like, I will never repeat that story again. Now, you can tell the story again, but so long as you're not affected by it. If you feel that you're getting angry, or if you feel you're getting hurt, or if you feel you're getting sad, or any of those emotions, you're being affected. Your body is having physical consequences to that particular story. So until you can tell that story and it doesn't affect you, don't tell that story. Just tell your future story. The message that my body was sending me, my higher self, my spirit, my soul, when I sort of united them back together, I remarried my mind, my body, and my spirit, so that we are one unit, so that we always are aware of what's going on. We can see what's happening. We're seeing what's being reflected to us. We're hearing words and we're kind of going, how does that affect me? Why am I hearing that? Why has my car got a flat tire? Why is the engine blown up in my car? Which is what was happening at the time of me having the sciatica as well, because I was like so furious. All these things happen for a reason, and this is how our spirit, our higher self, works with us. She is giving us such phenomenal inner strength to be able to cope, to be able to see things in a different way, not to always take everything so blooming well personally and feel so victimized and feel so drawn down and feel so heavy about everything. But how can we see things and how can we play things in a different way? So yes, a rendezvous with your very, very, very personal own higher self. My higher self I call Roma. Other clients have their higher self, whether it's Scarlett or Eliane or Elsa or Judith or Mimosa, all these different names that we come up with. We all have a very personal higher self who wants the very best for us. So a rendezvous with her so that you can see her face on and you can start getting the communication and the awareness of how she's helping you. You can ask her questions. I help Roma, for goodness sake. I'm like, oh my God, I can't thread this needle. The next time she threads it for me. It's incredible. If you listen to Abraham Hicks and things like that, she also says, come on Abraham, help me do this eye test. Tell me what the letters are. This is the level of the help. This is what kind of help you can get when you know specifically what you want and they really want to help you. So this is one of the things that I do that helps you have phenomenal inner strength so that you've never felt so strong and confident and you're not alone, you're not being neglected. But it's a two-way thing. Really, to have that very strong inner sense of who you are. She doesn't want to be neglected, ignored, rejected anymore either. Being very aware of who you are in your mind, what thoughts you're having, how you're feeling in your body, and having your spirit on side and being able to listen but also talk to her in a certain way is so refreshing, is so rewarding. So there are many, many hundreds of ways that messages come through to you for your soul. You can also ask your spiritual guide all sorts of different questions and your prayers will be answered in one way or another. So my question to you is, what's next? As always, every single week, what's next? Is it that you want to get reunited, to feel phenomenal inner strength so that you are mentally, physically and spiritually aligned, so that you're spending equal amount of time mentally, physically and spiritually, so that you are in equal portions coming through the world and you can cope so much better when you're taking things from a different perspective. So what's next? Is it that you want a deep, deep love so that you can feel a different level of love? A level of love that you've never experienced before. And believe me, it just goes further and more wonderful and further and just deeper and more wonderful. That level of love is just profound. Is it that you want to start a family and feel the bliss of family life? Is it that you want to move countries and live and feel that you have a more of an outdoor life? What is it that you want next? Is it that you want to slim down, get physically fit, and feel incredibly alive in your body so that your whole spirit is just so fulfilled and deeply satisfied? So that you can do the things in your physical body that you've always dreamt of doing ever since you were a little girl, like riding really fast, those fast horses, going on motorbikes or jet skis. You know, what is it that you want? What is it that you want next? And often this is the stumbling block that people don't get past. I don't know what I want. So I'm asking you every single week, what's next? What is it that you want? Maybe it's that you want to just clear up aches and pains and feel the freedom of being in an agile body. Maybe it's that you want to run a successful business, but what does that mean? Maybe it's that means you can travel and you can feel and touch and smell all the different countries that you want to travel to, all the tastes and all the things that go on. What do you want next? And it comes so much easier when you are reunited, mind, body and spirit, so that you are taking your life, when you're feeling at home and you're taking your life from a completely different experience. As a body whisperer, when I speak to people, I'm sensing what missing nutrients you have. It could be fun, it could be feeling alive, it could be companionship, it could be so many different things. These are your missing nutrients that will just start coming into play when you are reunited, when you remarry yourself, when you remarry your body with your head and your head with your spirit, and you remarry yourself. It's such a beautiful, beautiful journey. And the consequences of that is that you feel phenomenally strong and able to cope with everything in your life. You're not going to react to dramas and those kind of things because you feel phenomenal. You feel invincible. And it's that same sort of feeling that you have when you feel so in love, a bomb could go off and you're, it doesn't affect me. I'm just as high as a kite. I feel absolutely incredible. You cannot knock me off my pedestal. When you feel so sure of yourself, no one's bad behaviour, no one's criticism, judgment, rejection, or anyone's opinion of you will rock you. You are so rock steady. That is phenomenal inner strength and just brings you to such a beautiful place of feeling at home in yourself, so that you can turn up anywhere and feel safe and secure and confident. That's what your inner self wants for you. Right, I am Fiona Robertson. I am a body renewer every single week, asking you what is it that you want next, because we need to be able to go and create that. Hello, darling. So I'll see you again next week, again with what's next, but please tell me what it is that you want next to experience. Dig deep and don't stop with the car or the holiday. What else do you want? For me, one of the things is just being so self-confident and everything's working out for me. It's enough. I can feel I'm a deeply satisfied woman when I'm just having the sun on my face. What is it for you that you're after? Big kiss, big kiss, and let's get that creating and let's get that happening. So tell me what it is that you want in as much detail as you want as well. Lots and lots of love. See you again soon. Bye-bye.